This is USVI News, your Virgin Islands connection.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us for USVI News. I'm Emily Matson. We begin today with a big story out of the nation's capital. Roe versus Wade, the landmark 1973 Supreme Court case guaranteeing abortion rights for women, appears to be on the verge of being overturned. Chief Justice John Roberts has confirmed a draft opinion leaked to Politico is real. In it, the court's conservative majority appear to be ready to change course, meaning abortion would be decided on a state-by-state basis. Skylar Henley has more details from the Supreme Court.
President Biden spoke out about the leaked document, showing the Supreme Court could be on the verge of overturning Roe versus Wade.
It concerns me a great deal that we're going to, after 50 years, decide a woman does not have a right to choose.
Politico published a leaked draft opinion written in response to a Mississippi law banning abortion after 15 weeks. In it, Justice Samuel Alito wrote, Roe was egregiously wrong from the start. It's time to heed the Constitution and return the issue of abortion to the people's elected representatives.
Hands off our bodies! Hands off our bodies!
Demonstrators on both sides of the issue rushed to the court as soon as the news leaked. Overturning Roe versus Wade is likely to have a significant impact on this year's elections.
Now, women are going to go to vote in numbers we have never seen before because we've never seen such, in our lifetimes, such an overturning of major precedent as this.
It's odd that we're in this weird dialogue about the rights of individuals to be able to take the life of a child. I just don't understand that debate, quite frankly. So I'm going to continue to be able to stand for every single child, no matter what.
It's important to note that this is just a draft opinion written in February, and justices can and have changed their minds before final opinions are issued. 4 conservative justices are siding with Alito to overturn Roe in the Mississippi case. It's unclear if Chief Justice John Roberts is siding with the conservatives or the liberals. Chief Justice Roberts has asked for an investigation into the leak.
This lawless action should be investigated and punished to the fullest extent possible.
Roberts called the leak a betrayal and says it will not undermine the integrity of the court.
Abortion is allowed in the USVI up to 24 weeks of pregnancy and afterwards, only in cases that endanger the life or health of the mother. The final opinion from the Supreme Court is expected to be issued sometime in late June or early July. In St. Thomas, members of the Operation Python Task Force arrest a man wanted on gun charges. He's identified as 31-year-old Kareem Matthias. Officers with the Anti-Violence Crime Operation were investigating a report of suspicious activity in the area of Cabrita Point. They encountered Matthias and learned he had an outstanding warrant on several charges, including unlawful possession of a firearm and drug possession. He was sent to prison under a $10,000 bond. Spirit Airlines turns down a lucrative merger offer from JetBlue, saying it will revisit an original plan to join forces with Frontier Airlines instead. In February, Spirit agreed to the stock and cash deal with Frontier, valued at a little more than $25 for each Spirit share. 1 month later, though, JetBlue proposed an all-cash offer at $33 a share. But now, JetBlue's board says the Justice Department is unlikely to approve the deal, which would have an ultra-low-cost airline purchasing a higher fare one, leading to a likely price hike for consumers. The Biden administration is taking a more proactive approach, promoting competition, and challenging mergers on antitrust grounds. If Frontier's deal with Spirit goes through, the new airline would be the 5th largest carrier. A new grant initiative in the territory is all about helping small businesses hit by the COVID-19 pandemic and the economic troubles that we're experiencing right now throughout the globe. Local small business owners can now apply for up to $50,000 in grant funding. Local registered businesses with fewer than 100 employees are eligible to apply for the Small Business Innovation Grant, which is a collaboration by Governor Albert Bryan Jr. and the Virgin Islands Small Business Development Center, or SBDC. The initiatives to help small businesses thrive and make their businesses more resilient and innovative, all to help build a financial foundation to enable them to navigate future challenges like a pandemic, a hurricane, or global economic challenges. The grant applications are available at the Small Business Development Centers on St. Croix, St. Thomas, and St. John. Small business owners can also download applications online at visbdc.org. They're offering free help in completing the application. You can just give them a call to get that help. The SBDC has created an independent panel to review and approve the grant applications. Eligible applicants may submit their applications from now through June 15th. Positive COVID-19 cases throughout the territory are remaining steady. The spike we're seeing is likely from the BA2 Omicron subvariant, which is now accounting for most of the COVID-19 cases nationwide. According to the latest numbers available from the VI Department of Health, there are 232 cases territory-wide right now, with 125 on St. Croix, 101 on St. Thomas, and 6 active cases right now on St. John. This past Monday was a day called Melanoma Monday, a day to raise awareness to the deadliest form of skin cancer. Of course, with the hot Caribbean sun, many of you already know to protect yourselves, how to protect yourselves, and the importance of doing so. Our USVI News' Haley Potter spoke with a dermatologist to also learn some tips on what to look out for to stay healthy and catch any possible skin cancer as soon as possible.
The first Monday of every May is Melanoma Monday, a day created by the American Academy of Dermatology for more awareness of this skin condition.
Melanoma can affect people of any age.
Dr. Jennifer Mueller, a board-certified dermatologist, tells me even though it's not the most common form, that melanoma is the most serious form of skin cancer and causes the majority of skin cancer deaths.
So I think it's really important for people to understand that they need to have regular skin checks. They need to perform skin checks for themselves monthly and then get a skin check from a dermatologist usually once a year.
So what do we look out for?
With melanoma specifically, you want to look for anything that we like to call the ugly duckling. So anything that kind of doesn't fit on your body.
And by that, she means anything that's enlarged, a different color, elevated, or that changes. If you have a family history or you use an indoor tanning bed, she says begin thorough screenings in your early 20s. Otherwise, start exams when you turn 30. Although everyone of any age should keep an eye out on their skin and, most importantly, prevent skin damage.
So absolutely, there's no safe way to tan, unfortunately, but we are completely fine with sunless tanning lotion. It's critically important to wear sunscreen, and it really does help reduce the amount of, again, radiation that you receive in your body, which decreases your risk of melanoma.
Haley Potter, USVI News.
The doctor says there's no such thing as the phrase, the damage is done, because she says it's never too late to start taking care of your skin. It's the last special flavor allowed in U.S. cigarettes, and the Food and Drug Administration is now proposing a ban on menthol in cigarettes and cigars. Health advocates say the major shift could save tens of thousands of lives. This is a proposal, so here's more now on what happens next.
In a milestone decision, the FDA moves to make menthol a thing of the past.
It has the potential literally to save tens of thousands of lives each year.
More than 18 million people smoke menthols in the U.S. That's about 36% of all smokers, according to the FDA.
It disproportionately impacts the African American population, low-income individuals, and the LGBTQ community, precisely because the tobacco industry has targeted these communities.
Matthew Myers with the Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids says this proposal would eliminate those disparities.
It will bring down smoking rates, but most importantly, it'll bring down lung cancer and heart disease rates in these communities.
While the CDC says smoking rates are at an all-time low in the U.S., the agency says smoking is still the #1 cause of preventable death, disease, and disability, killing more than 480,000 Americans every year. In a statement, the NAACP calls the proposal a huge win for equity, justice, and public health concerns. An FDA ban on menthol in flavored cigars and cigarettes won't go into effect right away. The next step will be a comment period. Any comments would be reviewed before a rule could be finalized.
So the FDA says it can't speculate on when the rule could be finalized. Public health experts believe tobacco companies will also try to stop the ban by suing the agency.